Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode on the channel of reaction videos. Today's video is about IT manager who stole the 1 million from a mental health program. Wow, that desperately needed it. Okay. I hope you all having a good day and your friends and families are doing well. But before we begin, gotta put the one who gave life and took life away first. So, hey man, all right.
He was the tech expert everyone relied on, but behind the screens, he was quietly draining the system dry. Nearly $1 million vanished before anyone noticed.
Mom. Hey, how you doing? Hey, is Andrew here?
No.
No, he's not here. Can we step in and talk to you for a minute? Hi, how are you? Hi. So Andrew got himself in a little bit of trouble, and we have a search warrant for your residence.
Our residence?
Yes. And this man right here needs to talk to you about where Andrew is. Is there anyone else in the house?
My husband upstairs
Okay.
asleep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to probably wake him up and have him come down here.
Okay.
I can explain more to you about the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
Once we kind of just make sure, unfortunately, get your husband up because we'll talk to him at the same time.
Okay.
And then once we kind of secure the house, we can do our thing while I explain to you what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get him.
Okay, thank you.
So, like he said, Andrew got himself into a little trouble in Harrisonburg, okay? When he worked at CSB, Community Service for his previous job. So, biggest thing is that we need to, this address was listed on everything that he's purchased, all the mail that he sent, but obviously he's not here. Does he
Right.
have like another apartment or a house or something somewhere in Winchester? Or?
No, not in Winchester.
So does he stay here?
No.
Where does he stay?
Are we required to answer?
Well, so I'll be honest with you. We have warrants for his arrest. Okay. And
That's a great question. Are we required to answer? But they didn't give her a straightaway answer yet. But that's really good. I mean, in this moment, if it's police, because I believe in doing the right thing, but sometimes, as we've seen, doing the right thing doesn't always end up well for you. Not that, oh, if they don't answer the question, something bad gonna happen to them, but since he put this address on everything he does, so I guess they had to come here, issued the warrant for this place. He's kind of, I wonder why he didn't put his address where he's staying right now. Maybe that's not his residence. I don't know. But anyway, that's really good. Are we required to answer your question? Just yes or no. But let's see what they said, because that's really good observation.
we need to get him, okay, and we can explain it to him. It's financial crime, okay? He took some money from Community Service Board, a lot of money, okay? Talking about $1 million.
What?
So some of the money that, are you Deborah?
Yes.
Some of the money that he was sending you bill pay,
Yeah.
that's money that he embezzled from CSB. So obviously we would need to speak with you about some of that stuff, okay? And we're not coming to drain your bank account or anything like that, but we need to talk to you because he sent checks to you, okay? And you guys aren't in any trouble, okay?
Which makes sense.
We're here for Andrew, okay?
So dispatch told me the amount roughly, which was 350 to 500,000. Is that right? Okay. And I think his name, what was it? Andrew Hahn.
H-A-P.
Does he still work here, or has he been terminated?
Well, we're in the process of terminating him right now.
Okay, but he does still work
He
here.
is still currently employed.
Okay. Does he still have access to funds?
No, we have done everything that we are aware of. We have an entire IT personnel working on locking him out of the system.
Okay. Is he here now?
No, he is supposedly right now on leave in Connecticut.
Okay.
I don't know that that's where he is, but that's where he told us he was this week.
Okay, so he's off this week anyway.
He is off
okay.
this week.
Okay, so him being off doesn't have anything to do with all of this embezzlement that's going on
I
on
don't
y'all's
know.
end anyway.
As far as I know.
Okay,
Unless
all right.
he's moving himself up there.
Right.
And he is supposed to get us through the entire construction and move from our old buildings
Right.
to this building, which is a huge undertaking.
Sure.
New IT stuff.
Right.
In the middle of that too, we had COVID, so we put everybody work from home for a little bit. So there was lots of moving parts here
Sure.
in terms of that piece. We just finished up our audit with Brown Edwards. That's the financial audit that we have. And part of that is securing assets and figuring out all the assets, which ones are retired, which ones are still currently here, and then the depreciation process.
Okay.
And so on Friday of last week, one of our IT personnel started looking at assets and realizing that the assets and the invoices were not matching up in terms of just how many we had, and then also cost.
Okay.
So the specifically cost, like we have all these what are called switches, and they are supposed to cost $1,000 a piece, and they were sold to us by Anchored Technology Group
Okay.
to the tune of $6,100 or $6,200. I can't remember the exact amount
Okay.
per switch.
Oh,
We
okay.
have like 30 of them.
Right.
So that was immediately a red flag to this young man at the IT department to say, I don't know what's going on.
Sure. So all of basically the equipment that was purchased through this Anchor Technology Group.
Over $1 million was purchased through the Anchor
Okay.
Technology Group. That was the final sum of it. It was like 900,000 and something for just through that company alone,
Okay.
and it was all uppriced.
When was the last time that anyone was in contact with him?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Last week.
And
He was off Friday. It was already a scheduled day to be off.
so that was with him being in here for work was last Thursday. Okay.
That's right.
You know, this is a good start. You know, as crappy as kind of what it is, being able to have his info and y'all already doing some of the research that you've done is very helpful.
With full control of the tech budget, Han created a fake company that looked legitimate. For 2 years, he approved invoices for equipment and services that never existed. He manipulated audit trails and buried fake purchase orders to avoid detection. Using insider access, he made every fraudulent transaction appear routine. Just another day in IT.
But he did something he shouldn't have done.
Right.
And if we can find him, talk to him, you know, and if he's cooperative, these guys are going to say, hey, he's cooperative. This guy's probably going to run him out to jail for me and say, hey, tell the magistrate, hey, he's been cooperative. And the fact he has no criminal history, you know, he'll probably be, you know, either back out this afternoon or first thing in the morning.
Thank you so much for not.
Oh no, absolutely.
I don't believe that. After stealing that much, he'll be back out this afternoon.
Absolutely.
You know what you see on TV.
Yeah, we didn't want to do that this morning, especially with some of these guys up here knowing Megan. That's her name, right?
Yeah, Megan Higgs.
So wanted to approach it differently, and because we weren't even convinced Andrew currently lives here,
Right.
but we knew a lot of this stuff was sent here, which is
Yeah.
why we're here this morning.
Yeah. He's not going to be violent or aggressive or anything. He's not like that.
We didn't anticipate him to be based off his criminal history.
And he's been sick.
Just kind of some of the things that we've been give you a little bit more information. So, like I said, he did something wrong. Okay, and it's a financial crime, but we're dealing with a lot of money. Okay, so a lot of this was dealing with bank records and financial documents. Since it was technology or IT position, there's obviously some electronic devices involved. So the search warrant there discloses any and all financial documents, things like that, and any and all electronic devices to include thumb drives and stuff. Okay. What I'm interested in is I'm not going to leave you here without a phone or anything like that, okay? But what I would need is that if, and I'll just throw the scenario out there, not saying that it's actually true or not, but if Andrew bought, in this time frame, if he bought you a cell phone or something for your birthday, I'm interested in that device or a tablet or anything like that. Okay, so he didn't, I know that he sent devices here.
Right.
Right.
Because he was living here.
Because he was living
They
here.
were for him.
Right.
So none of those tablets or anything like that he's left
No,
here?
No. Because the tablets and cell phones he purchased were for his daughters.
Okay.
They were gifts for his daughters, so he has those.
Okay.
Because he and the mother don't get along well, so he has visitation, but I don't think she would let them bring those home to her house.
So, kind of another thing I have interest in is, and like I said, I'm not here to drain your bank accounts or anything like that. Okay. But a lot of the transactions out of our target account that we were focusing on, we noticed he sends bill pays. A lot of them to you. Is that we suspected rent?
He paid that as rent, and then there was a second smaller one that he paid because it was kind of like childcare, because we would go and pick his daughters up from school and all of that and take them. So that was kind of a childcare one, and the other one was rent.
And what about? I know there's a couple of them. There was one check in there for it was around $30,000. What was that for?
That he actually did give us.
As like a gift?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was to help us financially to pay some bills.
Okay. Is that the only place that you bank with where this money would have gone to?
Yes.
Okay. And same thing, a joint account?
It's joint account.
Okay.
Seems like he's doing some good, if you want to say, with the money, with some of the money, but it's still wrong to, like, giving your parents $30K to help them out. That's really nice, but you didn't earn it. You stole it. So, yeah, that's really bad. And then put them in this predicament, man. Tough.
Do you guys have your IDs? Just so I can document that I spoke with you and whatnot. So, nothing here of Andrew's possessions or at all, nothing left that we could take a peek at or anything. He took everything with him when he left?
Did. In fact, I mostly was the one packing it all up.
Okay, so you made sure it was all out.
Everything was.
Okay.
I made sure everything was in there.
Okay. You have an idea, just so what we're kind of looking at, like, did he have a lot of, I know it's an IT guy, but did he have a lot of electronics and stuff here when he moved out?
He had a couple of laptops. He had a desktop that he'd had for a long time. And then he had, like, television and things that attached to that.
Okay. And he didn't leave any of the laptops or anything behind?
No.
Okay. Hey, Andrew, I'm Detective Mathias with Harrisburg PD, okay? So, I'll just be upfront and honest with you. I got some warrants for your arrest, okay? We're going to take you back to the PD, okay? And sit down and chat with you for a little bit, okay? That, they're not going to let you have any of that stuff, so you can leave your phone here, and then we'll bring it to... Someone's calling me, so hang on. Okay, so I know you weren't expecting all these guys to pile in here. So just really quick without going into all the weeds.
Sure.
I do have some warrants for Andrew. This is from a case. I'm from Harrisonburg Police Department. Okay. So we're up here with our neighboring jurisdiction with Winchester and Frederick County. This is from a financial crime that we were investigating at his previous job.
Okay.
Where he was a IT individual for community service.
Correct. Wherever.
So basically, in a nutshell, the reason why I wanted to chat with you is there's a lot of electronic devices that are of interest with this case. Okay. Now, people lie to us all the time about this, and we want to. I have federal agents here as well. We want to make sure that what he did at the other place, he's not doing it
Correct.
at another. Okay.
It all unraveled in 2021 when internal auditors flagged unusual vendor activity, the same company appearing too often with vague billing details. A deeper financial audit exposed the digital fingerprints leading straight to Han.
He claimed this is all business stuff.
This is.
Okay.
This is clients he's working on. This is his business phone.
Okay.
This is his business laptop.
Thumb drive business, his
Thumb drive.
personal.
This is probably business or something. He's probably using it, maybe possibly.
So this is a client.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have other.
Does he have any authority to purchase stuff?
No,
Okay.
I'm the purchaser.
Okay.
Okay.
He has no credit card or nothing like that. That all comes from me. He can't approve anything between me
You
and the
can't
president.
sign off on invoices,
No.
any of that?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we ran a background check and everything.
He wasn't charged. He wasn't charged until last week. He wasn't
He was
charged
just
until
charged
last week.
last week.
I asked that question why he came back because he had a quick,
Yeah.
clean record.
Yeah, I mean, we are, before we hire anybody, we always bring them, we'd run background checks and
It's
drug
been
check.
it's been a very long investigation, a lot of financial backtracking.
Sure.
And once we were able to get to a point where we could get our resources together, that's when he was charged. Thank you very much. If you need anything, just call me. My email's on there as well.
Do you have his car keys?
Yeah, I
His
have them
vehicle?
Did our Winchester guys leave? We need someone to freaking tow this Jeep.
You know how many shares we had in it here? One more coming.
As someone who works in IT, this looks really bad. That's why, even at my previous role working in IT, and I had elevated access, I was limited to certain things where, even though I knew what I was doing, they didn't allow me to have the full permission to do those things because it can disrupt business. Not that I was going to do something like that, but you can try to do something and then it doesn't go as you plan, and then it interrupts business, right? The flow of business. But they should have done something like that at his previous role. Have someone over him that double check everything he's doing, not let him be a standalone with full access to do all these things. Wow.
Can you use the restroom or anything, Andrew?
Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, thank you.
I got a feeling that you probably know why we're here, all right? What we're here to be is basically, these two guys have done a lot of homework in this case, all right? Mr. Mulholland there, he is a CPA, he's a double-edged sword, he knows numbers and so forth, okay? There's a lot of questions that you can answer for us, all right? Because one, we're looking down the road when this thing comes to a resolution, all right? Today, they're obviously going to be upset, all right? But later on down the road, people tend to calm down, think reasonable, and so forth. With Harrisburg Police Department, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Any statement you make with or without counsel can be used as evidence against you. If you understand everything, sign yes there, and your signature there, please. And they had some contracts going out for IT equipment. It's okay to say yes.
It's okay to say yes. Well, I'm not here to give you advice on the law and stuff like that. I just want to give general point of view or assessment on what I'm seeing. If they read me my rights that I have the right to remain silent, I'm not saying that. That's just me. Especially if I know I'm guilty, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm talking about per this video, so I wouldn't be stealing anyway, but because they have all this evidence against you, so yeah, use those rights you have. But
all right, it's my understanding that you kind of created a company that got a contract with CSB for computer equipment and so forth. We've done our homework.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
fair to say.
Yeah.
All right. We're not up here because we threw darts and figured out, all right?
Right.
We've done a bunch of search warrants.
he's smiling and stuff, like giggling and stuff. I'm like, what? You must not think this is serious. Cause I ain't smiling, man. No, I'm about to go to jail.
Court orders and so forth.
I understand. So I have retained Oliver. I can't remember his name. Eugene Oliver is my attorney.
Okay.
So he's advised me to not say anything without him being present.
Okay. Are you going to take that advice, or are you going to
Yes.
talk to us? Okay. Okay. So what's going to happen now is
He should have said that before even say okay to some of the other questions. I mean, like I said, I'm not giving y'all advice. Follow your lawyer, but it's just me personally. That's what I would have done. I'm not saying nothing, man. It's not like, oh, it's like 5 minutes after they asked me the question, my lawyer told me this. Lawyer already told you this beforehand, so don't agree to nothing. Because it says it can be used against you in a court of law.
we're getting the warrants in up here from Harrisonburg. Winchester will be executing them for us. All right. You'll go before a magistrate up here. The magistrate will determine if you get out on bond. Okay. If you want to contact him, I'll give you my cell phone. Walk out of here and you can have a private conversation with him, or we can have. I don't know. I don't see a phone jack in here to bring a phone in. But like I said, you know, at some point we're going to have to talk to you. All right. I'm not trying to put the screws to you right now or anything like that. But there is I'm just going to say a shit of money out there. Okay. And there's a lot of assets and so forth. Okay. And not to sound harsh, but I don't want to walk out of here and, you know, if you get a bond, you ain't got to, you know, to go home too. All right. So that conversation between with you, your attorney, is going to happen very soon. All right. Is Mr. Oliver available? I've got a client of his with me right now, Andrew Hahn.
Okay. He's actually not in the office. He's in court.
Is there any way that you can get a hold of him immediately to let him know that we need to speak to him?
I can text him and let him know.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, so we'll step out until we hear from Mr. Oliver. All right. In the meantime, if you should change your mind, knock on that door. Okay?
Don't change your mind, man. Follow your lawyer's advice.
2 desktops. No, yeah, maybe no. That's a power. As we start getting stuff pulled over here and determine, yep, we're going to take this. No, we're not. So I'm going to do that. I got to do RAM capture on this before we power it down.
You want rooms labeled or anything?
Yeah, we probably could label where it came from, especially if we're going to deal with like 50 thumb drives or whatever. 50. I know it seems like a lot, but I think with this large scale, we should take all of them.
50 is a lot.
We are searching the house right now, and I am conducting a RAM capture on the computer here. Obviously we're gonna do a little bit more thorough of a search. So, if you don't mind hanging out for a little bit, just to make sure that we got them all.
Okay. There's one going to do. I don't have the combination to save. I'm going to shake it, see if it sounds like it's in there.
And if you're gonna take the whole safe.
Yeah.
If you got to do that, you got to do it.
Okay.
Andrew Hahn's double life ended in a courtroom. He pled guilty to embezzling nearly $1 million, sentenced to 15 years behind bars. A reminder that even in public service, trust without oversight can turn into the perfect crime.
Another thing I will say is that when someone give you that large amount of money, like 30,000, even 5,000, like you gotta ask the question, hey, how did you get this money? Whether you believe them or not, just to make sure, hey, you're not getting yourself in anything that you don't know about. Like, where did you get 30,000? Did you earn this? You didn't steal this, right? Because I legit will ask this question. But you gotta ask stuff like this. But of course, some of that act, it looks genuine, right? You're like, oh, my son has finally got a great paying job and he's able to give me that much amount. Yeah, that's nice, but it's not wrong to ask that question. And where did you get this? I just want to make sure that you didn't do nothing wrong, whether they get upset or not, because if they did steal it, like in this situation, now you are involved. So it's very important. Very, very important. And also, that makes business not able to trust people. And also too, anyone could have done this that is not trustworthy. It's not because he's an IT. It's just the person's heart, the character. Like, they have this full access. Are they gonna be trustworthy? Are they gonna be genuine to do everything properly and then not wrong people, rob people, or mislead people the wrong way? So all of these are important, but these are things you can ask in an interview. They will tell you, no, I don't steal, I don't do this and that. But when they see they dealing with million or even billions of dollars on a daily basis, they're like started to change on their daily line of work, you know. So all of these things are important, but it sucks. Well, if you hiring people, make sure you don't give them full access to do whatever they want. Make sure there's a secondary person above that can, whether it's above or below, that can double check that everything they're doing is legit, or just to make sure their accuracy as well is up to what's been done actually, because we all can make mistakes. But in his case, there was no mistake. You stole all that money, so don't steal, guys. Now the next IT person they hire, they're not gonna give all that access to them, even though they shouldn't have done that in the first place. Because like I said, even when I had elevated access at my previous role doing IT work, that elevated access had restriction. Like, there are certain things I could not override because they did not want me to do that. And stuff like that is critical, because let's say I undo the wrong thing, it can cause disruption, right? But anyways, be safe out there, and remember, whatever happens in the dark will come into light. So someone trust you to do something, do it right. I know this is not a spiritual stuff, but whatever you're doing, do it well, as if you were doing it for the almighty true living God, you know. But anyways, well, thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate you stopping by. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care now. Bye.